Those are indeed our footprints. We have, in fact, been going in circles. We went 3 times in circles. I don't think you noticed the first 2 times that those footprints right there were ours, but well, I'm glad you noticed them now, so we don't have to go around again. Well, yeah, I tried to convince you that we should use the map, but you see that road there? You kept saying, well, if there's vehicles going down it, then we can't be going in circles. It'll lead somewhere. Some roads go in a circle. I told you we needed to deviate off of any of these points up here. Sorry, I guess I shouldn't be using words that are so big. All I do is lick controllers after all, no? Baby, it's getting hotter than Hades out here, and that sun, well, it's going to be going down soon. And while that means it's going to cool off, that means that there's going to be bigger predators walking around this area. Ones I don't know if I can fend off, like wolves and bears and well, no, there's black bears for sure, but like those grizzly bears, they don't really listen when you stand up real tall, and I don't get very tall now, do I? And start roaring at them. The best I can do is start giggling. What? I know I'm not a hyena. I'm a fox. But well, I was thinking if we get back home early enough tonight, I could show you exactly what the fox says. Indeed, but we're gonna be getting back pretty late, and you got work in the morning. But I guess I could maybe convince you to call off or turn it into a 5-hour energy kind of day. I know the stuff tastes like absolute awfulness. Like it tastes like the self esteem in which I have. Terrible. But unlike my self esteem, I can make it very much worth it for you, darling. Now, how about we use my noodle and we skedaddle on it? Oh, here we go. All right, we can do things your way all you want. I'm gonna be fine. I know how to. Well, I'm a fox girl, kitsune. I'm very good at getting down into deep holes. I can fit into very tight places, and I'm very experienced with things that are very, very tight, like me. What? Yeah, to hide out. It makes it harder for predators to get down deep in, though. Some of them know how to squeeze into an area that doesn't quite fit them. But I'm just wondering what type of. Well, I can't really tell whether you would be predator or prey. I guess this could go either way. What? Indeed. Okay, so look, how about we just go, we follow our footprints till we find a fork in the road. Yeah, I'm getting tired of just waiting around out here doing nothing. We go until we see a fork in the road and we take the path that doesn't have our feeties in it. And we follow it for a stretch. And if we find that, it doesn't seem to be leading anywhere, we follow our feeties back and we keep on continuing down. Doesn't that make more sense? I'm so glad that you think so. All right, let's get on to getting. No? What? Oh, darling, no, I know. I'm super flirty with really everyone. It's kind of the Southern way to be super. We say I love you to just about anyone who walks off the street. We say baby, darling, sugar. Doesn't mean a whole heaping hell of a lot. But, well, in case these are the last moments of our lives, I severely don't think it will be. What? Well, I mean, if we just keep going round and round in circles, wouldn't it at some point be the last day of our life? What I'm trying to say is, no, listen, I completely understand that if this were to go left, then I would have to. I could. Okay, fine. You know what? If these are the last moments of our lives, I wanted to say that while I say cutie, love, sugar, baby to absolutely everyone, I mean it when I say it to you. Oh my God. I just told you I don't think we're actually going to die out here. I think we're going to be perfectly fine. Well, yeah, worst case scenario, you get exhausted or you thirsty or whatever, and I pick you up and I drag you back to the car and I drive us to home. Well, I mean, your home, I'd put you in your home first, but well, no, I would stay there and make sure you're perfectly fine. Yes, I'd take you to the hospital. I would, there we go. All right, that took you a minute for that to knock on into your noggin. Yeah, I did say I I have feelings for you. You're so funny and sweet and cute. And no, 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 I don't want to hear this putting yourself down stuff. Do you know that it doesn't endear me to you? Like, is it your way of trying to force me to give you compliments or something? No, don't force me to comfort you. I'll do that freely. You just have to ask. Well, no, forced comfort when you when you tell someone, "Oh no, I'm not cute," and you're basically inviting them to continue the conversation, saying, "No, you are cute," and then it turns into a silly argument that didn't need to happen. If you truly felt you weren't cute and you didn't want to talk about it, you would just move along the conversation. I do it all the time. People bring up stuff I don't want to talk about all the time, and all you have to do is just change the subject. It's not hard. I'll tell you that you're cute. I'll tell you that I find you attractive. I do. I love looking into your eyes. I love looking you up and down and thinking about exactly how it would feel to have you in my paws. Taking my tail and curling it around you as we lay in bed, dreaming about our future. And by future, I mean what's going to happen in about 10 minutes. Because if you give me a kiss, it's going to send a tingle down my spine that's going to make me absolutely want to sit there howling and yelling until the sunshine comes through that window. Absolutely, baby. Well, okay. No, no, no. All right, fine. You're not cute and I'm lying to you and I don't want to do any of the above to you. I guess I should just move right along and go on home by myself. No, no. See, I didn't think you wanted that either. No, what I think you want is to spend the life with someone who's just as crazy about you as you are about them and is probably 3 times as crazy as you. Yeah, exactly. That is exactly why every single time we go out anywhere, you end up seeing me shouting and yelling at some random chick. It's because they were looking at you. Oh my goodness. You're so oblivious. You don't even realize all the girls that are sitting there staring at you. And the amount of girls who were hitting on you that other day when we went into Starbucks before they shut down for the night, and you said that you wanted some Rice Krispie treats. And the girl, as I stood behind you, because I'm shorter than you, was like, "Oh my God, like you can have them for free. We're just going to throw them out anyways. I'm not going to charge you." She did that because she wanted your phone number because you're super cute. And then when I came out the way and you asked does it apply to me too, she looked at me with such disdain and had to suck in through her teeth. But of course, she already told you yes. So she can't, in theory, then turn around and tell me no because she wouldn't want us to call her manager and have the footage reviewed. Yeah. How did you not put all that together? Beginning to think you don't speak girl? Well, I speak guy. I speak guy quite well. I was raised by a single dad. I may have the ability to speak both sides of the pool, and trust me, both sides are just as confusing. Girls are taught to be aloof, and you have to chase them, and it's if we come across as assertive or saying what we want, oh, that'll never do. But then she's just a hooer that just wants to run around sleeping with absolutely everybody when really all she wants is one person. You're right. I am absolutely talking about myself. Uh, you're right. You're right. You're right. Back to you, though. Back to you. And guys feel the need to act like this big broody boy who stared into the darkness, and the darkness stared back at me. I don't have feelings. I'm highly logical all the time. Meanwhile, scared of your own shadow. Absolutely. Rather than say exactly how you're feeling, you have to sit there and pretend that you subscribe to the most logical of logics and that you possibly can't be swayed by your feelings whatsoever. Meanwhile, being completely ruled by your feelings and what you want, but being too scared to be shot down because rejection sucks. What? No, I mean, I agree. Rejection does suck. Well, yeah, no, I go after the things I want, but that doesn't mean I'm not. I'm not. I don't. I like rejection. I don't court it. I'm not sitting there begging for it. I just we're two sides of the same coin. You lock yourself away because you're so scared of being told no and the associated perceived embarrassment that goes with it. Meanwhile, I've been knocked on my can so many times. It's this familiar position. In fact, I'm not used to hearing yes. I'm not used to hearing that anyone likes me, so I don't expect anyone to. So when I do see something and recognize that I do want it, I run at it full force, expecting it to reject me. Then I'm back to square one. I'm back to the same assumption that I had before. I stink. I'm the worst. And, well, it sucks, but you get used to it. But yeah, I run full force at rejection and pleasantly surprised. You hide away and deprive yourself of life's simplest joys. Having someone tell you that, yeah, I do think your smile's cute. Yeah, that outfit does look adorable on you. Um, yeah, I can absolutely tell you the entire IMDb page of Kevin Sorbo. Not because I am a huge Kevin Sorbo fan, he just played in a lot of the geeky stuff that I really love. Or I can tell you about really obscure 1990s freaking sci fi shows that didn't take off. Did you hear about the year 2525? Yeah, it had that chick from Firefly in it. You know, the black, maybe Hispanic girl. I can't think of her name, but she was also in Suits. See, this is another reason why I absolutely love you. You're into all of the random freaking pieces of trivia that I know about absolutely nothing. For example, Balto, you know, the dog. Yeah. Everyone gets down on him and everything because he didn't run most of the Iditarod and he wasn't even the lead dog. Fox was the lead dog of his for his sled team, but Fox isn't an interesting name, so the reporters didn't want him. And Togo, who everyone touts as being the big guy, he he did run most of it, and he is a wonder pup. He went off to Harvard. Did you know he ended up shagging all of the female huskies? In fact, 1 in 4 huskies link back to him. When you think Siberian husky, you think Togo. Balto, he was neutered before he ran the race because he doesn't look like a husky. No, go ahead, Google him right now. See, he's stuffed at the Cleveland Museum. Cleveland. You don't know why. Oh my goodness. No, Cleveland's not random. And after running around doing a whole bunch of press media stuff, the musher just abandoned poor Balto most of his sled baits in California. It was a Cleveland guy who found him, verified that it was Balto, and was like, oh my God, how do we get him back? And this is back in like the 30s, the 1930s. And so the dog, the city of Cleveland came together, did a penny drop, and brought him to the Cleveland Zoo. And he spent the rest of his days getting belly rubs and scritches from children. Yeah, it did end happy, but he had a pretty miserable life for the most part. Now the city of Cleveland has him stuffed, and you can go see him at the Cleveland Museum. See, you find this stuff to be interesting. I like history. You can learn so many really cool things about the world and how people interact. A lot of us like to think we're special. We're not. There's nothing new under the sun. But it makes it to where you can discover all the things that aren't new and how things have repeated and how they've changed slightly over the years, but or inspired by other things. The world is both so mysterious when you realize we're not that different from each other, but also that you realize those tiny differences in each experience is what makes people's perspective so unique, just like you. You lock yourself away. You believe that somehow you're one of the few people who have had these revelations. And you don't realize all the magic and mystery and wonder that's about you is in ways that I don't think you fully understand. It's really fun to psychoanalyze you from the outside because you're such a beautiful, magnetic person. Yes, I am talking about you. No, I'm not making any sense, but when have I ever? It's a mm-hmm, mm, Hi. Um, sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. I just found myself getting closer and closer and closer to you, and all the hairs all over my body were just standing on end, and I just had to. No, thank you. No, I think you're a great kisser too. Jesus Christ. Woo, it's getting mm, it's getting warm again as the sun's going down. You're right. You're right. We need to So, I guess I should let you in on a little secret. Yeah, I orchestrated this whole thing. You know, the getting lost out here. I knew you weren't going to listen to me because you always think you know better than me. I knew that if I started babbling, we would get off the trail. And, well, quite frankly, I'm a fox and the kitsune. I can easily just sniff my way back. Yeah, no, technically I say that really wrong, kitsune, but, I'm from Texas. What do you want? This is how we talk. Anyways, so um, I just need an excuse to be able to have this talk with you about how much I adore you and how much I adore the ways that you drive me crazy and how much I know I drive you crazy, but it seems to be a good fit. Opposites chat. How are we opposites? We're both geeks. Well, yeah, I like hiking and I love dancing and I love doing all kinds of things that you don't like, but that doesn't mean we're opposites. Oh, that's right. Okay. Nope. You know what? Stare at the drive through window and the drive through window will stare back at you. You were merely born in the drive through. Wait, I was born in the drive through. You adopted it. Okay. All right. Okay, broody boy. Let's get back and go watch something gloomy. What? Boy in the striped pajamas. I mean, that is gloomy, but I was being tongue in cheek. You just want to rip my heart out. That's what you want to do. All right, okay. It's this way, and we're only about 5 minutes from the car. We could go back around that loop, but it's going to be another hour. And, well, I don't know. I would kind of like to get back to your place so we can actually snuggle up and watch a movie, and I don't have to pretend that I don't like laying in your chest. Oh no, all those times at the scary movies, I was absolutely jumping all over you because that's just who I am. I don't do horror. I don't like it. I'm not a fan. No, 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 no. That was not me hamming it up. No, no. But I'm not gonna lie, it was nice having you there to, comfort me. You're so sweet. Hey guys, Zena Alexander here. Inspiration for today's audio. Funnily enough, I actually recently watched Balto with a friend of mine, and I guess I should be more specific. It was my ex. We're still friends. I actually have a really long history of staying friends with my exes. I never had something end so poorly that we couldn't like be chill afterwards. I don't know. And then I also I frequently get people who think girl doesn't know what she's doing, must tell girl what to do. So I thought it'd be fun to like do an audio kind of poking fun at yeah, I know what I'm doing. You probably should have listened to me from the beginning. Which I thought was fun. But also like I have legitimately had a guy friend who I tried really hard to be very, 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 very like I don't want to say I friend zoned them, but I really thought he was not interested in me. So it was more me managing my feelings and making sure that I didn't end up feeling too deep for him. But then we did actually legitimately get lost on a hiking trail. And I was pretty sure I knew the way back, but he was not listening to me. And we actually did end up running into our own footsteps after a time. And then became me climbing up a tree while he's out shouting, "No, don't climb up that tree." So I could try to get to the top and get a good view of where we're supposed to go. And then it actually did turn out that our car was only like 2 or 3 minutes away from us, which was great. So yeah, I kind of amalgamated those things and put them together. Balto thing was 100% true too. If you needed some nice little trivia tidbits, and then also the year 2525. That show was so underrated. I dug it. It was so good. It's up there with like Dollhouse. I mean, Dollhouse had more of a run than 2525, but any what's in a widget. I love you guys to death. For those who saw and respected the no advice on my community post, thank you very much. This time of year is always really difficult for me. And just in general, I don't like unsolicited advice. Like, I like people to assume that grown women know how to take care of themselves, or grown people know how to take care of themselves. And I love to promote the idea that if you want to give advice to someone, ask first, because you'd never know. Like, it's infantilizing to hear someone tell me something that's obvious. Like when I talk about my CPTSD and my inability to regulate my own sleep, people are immediately like, have you tried someone driving you around? Have you tried a weighted blanket? Have you tried this? And I know it comes from an inherent good place, but it gets cumbersome. It makes it to where people don't want to talk about the issues they have because they don't want to hear the same suggestions, and they don't want to go through a list. And as soon as you tell someone no to one thing, they usually start telling you about something else. And it's like, I don't want this to be a conversation. I'm telling you this for a specific reason. Like, for example, if someone's like, oh, I get this a lot too. People will be like, okay, when is, hey, you're supposed to do blah, blah for me. You're supposed to send me some lines for a collab. And I'm like, I'm sorry, right now I'm just not getting a lot of sleep. Haven't been able to get it done. And then people start going through this list, and it's like, no, no, I don't need help going to sleep. I'm telling you, I can't. Here's the reason why I haven't been able to get this done. Can we move the conversation along? But then people get upset when you say that. So, yeah, just remember, unsolicited advice. It's not a great conversation continuer. Always ask. Always ask if someone wants it, and then if someone does want it, they'll tell you. And if not, then give them and say, how can I support you? For me, dad jokes, and high fives. Anything outside of that, um, ask first. But I dad jokes and high fives will be so appreciative because they always make me smile. Okay, so we'll stop preaching now. But yeah, if I'm a little crabby, this is a rough time of year for me. And to those who are like, take time off, again, that is also advice. I know what I need to do, how to take care of myself, and I will be fine. But if I'm crabby, if I'm short with you, I will give a genuine apology now. This is not how I am 99.9% of the time, or at least I like to believe I'm not. And it's not an excuse for poor behavior, but it's also why you might see me a little bit less, so that I don't have opportunities to snap on someone when I'm not feeling it. So, anyways, you will have videos. Videos are definitely still coming out because I enjoy this part of what I do. Anyways, I'm yammering. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.